Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field as we continue with Game 2 of the Doug Mullins Memorial Tournament, named after the outstanding young man.
Shortstop number 27, Matt Schroeder.
Dougie Mullins was a player at Classical. He coached the Legion team. He was an assistant coach with Joe Caponigo at English. Then he took over the job when Joe Caponigo left. And he died way too soon. He's a terrific, great gentleman. One of the nicest people you ever want to meet. He helped everybody, always had a kind word. He loved working with the kids. And this is a great way to pay tribute to Dougie Mullins with this tournament where scholarships will be given out. This is the second game. And the first pitch is hit to third. And one pitch, one out. Matt Schroeder grounds out. Third to first, Manzanillo. Henry Manzanillo to Eldrian Bonilla over at first base. Corner Correnti, the catcher, is the hitter. First game, St. Mary's shut out Classical. So the winner of this will play St. Mary's. The loser will play Classical in the consolation. Hit the shot. Off the shortstop. Correnti will reach on the error. Swampscott has the first base runner.
Third baseman number 21, Cam O'Brien.
Joe Caponigo, the coach for Swampscott, was Dougie's coach at Lynn English. On the other side, Esteban Paula, the coach for English, and Esteban Paula is a player. Hit a long way to left field by Cam O'Brien, who's a pretty good quarterback. Mateo Rodriguez tracked that one down.
Fielder number 16, Jonah Canaret.
Esteban Paula plays for Joe Caponigo in the semi-pro league for the Swampscott team. Jonah Canaretti, the hitter. Both these teams 12-6. High over the head of the catcher. They throw it down. Safe. Alaska, the catcher's got an arm like a rocket. He didn't realize the runner was going. The runner was halfway there. It was a close play, all things considered. Wide for ball. They throw it down again. Diving back is Correnti. Alaska's not afraid to throw the ball around. We had a huge crowd. Great to see at the first game. The weather has been terrific. And that's ball 4. So an error and a walk will put 2 on with 2 out.
The right fielder, number 8, Harry Rydell.
Harry Riddell. In for a strike. Popped up. Coming on, making the play is Gil McGalva.
After one hit, no play. Swampscott 0. Lynn English coming back.
So the error and the walk don't hurt. They're left at first and second.
We have a snack bar behind the back of the stadium. Hot dogs, cheeseburgers, sausages, sodas.
I didn't do this. I didn't do it in either game, and I really was remiss. I didn't announce the lineups. I'll do that when Swampscott comes up the next time. But for Lynn English, Jordi Contreras, the shortstop, leads off. Mateo Rodriguez, the left fielder, bats second. Playing first base and batting third, Eldrian Bonilla. The catcher, Brendan Velasco, bats in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth and playing third base, Kenry Manzanillo. Joshua Jimenez will bat sixth and play second base. Playing right field and batting seventh, Gilmer Galva. The DH, Jason Figueroa. Hitting for the pitcher, Manuel Tavares will hit number 8. And batting in the number 9 spot is the center fielder, Chris Figueroa Perez. And I might as well do that now for Swampscott while I have an opportunity. Matt Schroeder, the shortstop, leads off. Corner Correnti, the catcher, bats second. Batting third and playing third, Cam O'Brien. The center fielder, Jonah Cataretti, bats cleanup. Harry Riddell, the right fielder, bats fifth. Playing second base, batting sixth, John Cuttle. Jason Buford, I should say. Jason Buford, the first baseman, hits number 7. DHing, hitting 8th, Aiden Wise. He's hitting for the pitcher, Pierce Friedman. And Will Roddy, the left fielder, hits number 9. So Yorda Contreras will look to try and get English on the board, getting started.
Leading off the winning, the shortstop number 2, Yorda Contreras.
All 4 teams in this tournament will be lining up for the state tournament berth, finding out probably the middle of the week. I'm sure Wednesday or Thursday. They'll be starting over the weekend. In for a strike, the umpire, long delay. Started to pull the trigger, held up, it was high and away for a ball. In for a strike. Nothing going on at Manning Field. There was practice or football or there was something over there. Took a long look at that one. The count evens at 2. Solid shot in the air. Center fielder coming on. A little bit to the right field side of second base. 1 up, 1 down in the first for English. Mateo Rodriguez, the left fielder, will be the hitter.
Fielder number 1, Mateo Rodriguez.
Swing and a miss. In for strike 2. We still have our visitors way up on the hill in the Manning parking lot with their chairs sitting up on the hill watching the game. They can't sit in their cars and pull up to the fence out right field because if you probably have seen, the signs are up as it's almost Navigator time here at Frazier Field. Just 8 or 9 days, Navigators will be underway. Hit in the air, down in that grassy knoll behind first base. Missing inside, the count goes full. High for ball 4. So both pitchers have walked the batter. Higgins just comes with 1 out. Eldrian Bonilla, the first baseman, he's had some big hits for England this year. High and tight for a ball. They play him almost like a left-handed hitter. The left field is way off the line. Center field is a few steps to right center. Right field is closer to the line you normally would be for a right-handed hitter. High for a ball, 2-0. Both these teams have had big comebacks. They were down, they had a little down in the doldrums with losses. English at one point had a 7-game winning streak. Swampscott had battled back. Chased that pitch was probably ball 3. Way up over his head. Count goes 3-1. Pierce Friedman is on the mound. Connor Carenti is the catcher. Out talking to him now. Just trying to change the pace a little bit. Swing and a miss. And we got another full count. Hit foul to the backstop. I thought they might have the runner at first going. With the count 3-2. Strike 3 called.
The catcher, number 4, Brendan Falaska.
Brendan Falaska is the hitter with 2 outs and a runner at first. Not a big lead at first base. Curveball drops in for a strike. Oscar getting rid of the pad he had on. Oh, 1 the count. Again, you shaded more for a left-hand hitter than a right-hand hitter. The runner takes off. Out at second base.
After 1 complete, we are scoreless.
So a walk puts a runner on, but Friedman only faces 3 hitters because they throw the runner out at second base on the attempted steal. So we played an inning in this second of Doug Mullins' initial tournament games. Nothing to choose. Swampscott nothing, English nothing at the end of 1. John Cuttle, the second baseman, has it 6, 7, 8 for Swampscott. And we start the second inning. Hit to third. Nice play. And nice pick at first base. Bonilla kept his foot on the bag, fielded the high throw. Nice job. Manzanillo has done a terrific job all year for English at third base.
First baseman number 19, Jason Walcott.
Jason Buffard. Jason Buffard, the first baseman, is the hitter. Missing wide for a ball. I have to wait a couple of seconds because the umpire brings his arm up 10 seconds after he says ball or strike. In for a strike, 1-1. In on the hands, he swung right through it. Didn't miss by much. In on the hands again, he swung right through it.
The designated hitter, number 3, Aiden Weiss.
Aiden Wise, hitting for the pitcher. Pierce Friedman is the hitter. In for a strike. It's been a beautiful day here at the ballpark. We had a couple of, and we have them now, a couple of dark clouds over the park, but rain is supposed to come. It's supposed to come later tonight. Hopefully it'll get out of here by morning and won't interfere with everything that's going on here tomorrow. And also at Breed, the Holland tournament's going on as well, starting tomorrow. 2 pitches that missed by a millimeter. Way wide for ball 4. So the 2-0 walk extends the inning. Second walk given up by Tavares.
The left fielder, number 23, Will Roddy.
Will Roddy, the left fielder, is the hitter. So they left 2 in the first. Now they got another base runner with 2 outs here in the second. English's lone base runner was thrown out trying to steal second. Hit to third. Manzanillo. He looked to go to second for the 4th. Second baseman wasn't there. So he makes his second play at first base to Bonilla. 2 nice plays by Manzanillo. We mentioned before having a really good year for English at third base. So once again, English will have a chance to get on the board first, as it'll be 4, 5, and 6. Brendan Falaska, he was the hitter when Rodriguez got thrown out trying to steal second base, so he'll be back up leading off the second inning, followed by Kenry Manzanillo and Joshua Jimenez. We mentioned this is the first annual Dougie Mullins Memorial Tournament. young man, baseball was a huge part of his life. Playing, coaching, outstanding young man. Loved to work with the kids. Always had a kind word. Friends with everybody. I mentioned before, it leaves a hole that doesn't get filled. When you lose great people like Dougie Mullins, you don't fill it. You just lose great people. And we all suffer for that. He was a good friend of mine. He's a good friend of a lot of people. And he surely missed.
Leading off for English in the bottom of the second, the catcher number 4, Brendan Velasquez.
So now every year he'll be remembered, and that's a great way to remember him, a baseball tournament. So Velasquez, the catcher, back in the box again. Hit in the air, out in the outfield grass. Shortstop can't get it. It bounces in. Velasquez thought about going to second. I don't know if he lost it. He was just circling, waved, I got it, and Velasquez gets the first hit of the game.
Third baseman number 5, Henry Manzanillo.
Henry Manzanillo, the third baseman. Way inside, almost hit him. What we're missing tonight is English's drum. We usually have drum, and I don't know if it's a piccolo. They have another instrument that they play, that they bang on and play. Swing and a miss. Nice to see people still coming in. In for a strike. People coming to the park, helping out the scholarship fund. It's a $5 donation at the gate. Wide for a ball. Evens the count at 2. Friedman can bring it. On the corner for strike 3. Second strikeout for Friedman.
Batting the second baseman number 12, Joshua Jimenez.
Joshua Jimenez, the second baseman, is the hitter. Hit foul off the catcher. I don't think they run. They only get like 2 steps off the first base bag. Swing and a miss. Strange at bat by him is stance. He keeps the bat on his shoulder until the pitch is coming. High. They throw it down. They picked him off. Catcher Carenti to the first baseman, Buford. So English had 2 base runners. They've both been picked off. One trying to steal, one had picked off at first base. And that's strike 3.
After 2 complete, we are tied at 0.
So again, English gets a base runner, but Friedman only faces 3 hitters as they have another runner thrown out, this time at first base. So we finished 2. Still nothing to choose between these 2 teams in the second of the Dougie Mullins tournament games. Swampscott nothing, English nothing at the end of 2. Top of the order for the Big Blue as we start the 3rd inning. Matt Schroeder grounded out 3rd to 1st. Hit the first pitch he saw. First pitch of the game. In for a strike. It was really warm at the park. Here's an had to back up to get that one. And he threw it over the head of Bonilla. And the runner fell down going past first base. He looked like he was favoring that left leg or left ankle. So it's an error on the 3rd baseman. Manzanello backed up, had it, hurried to throw, threw it way over Bonilla's head.
The catcher number 2, corner, Correnti.
And the runner hit the bag, going over the bag, and looked like he banged his knee, but I guess he's okay. He's getting a good-sized lead at first base. Corner Correnti reached on an error. In for a strike. A rare error by Manzanello. He's had a terrific year defensively for the Bulldogs. Swing and a miss, 0-2. On the corner for strike 3. Good pitch by Tavares.
Third baseman number 21, Cam O'Brien.
Cam O'Brien led his team to a Super Bowl. He's an outstanding quarterback. You're going to be hearing from him at the next level. Nice stop by Velasco on a pitch that was down and away. In for a strike. We multiplied out on the hill behind the right field foul line. There were 2 chairs sitting out there on the hill watching the game. Now there's 3. Up and away for a ball. Sit out there, watch the game. Can't really see the scoreboard. But you can get out of here a lot quicker. Runner takes off, the ball is hit in the air. Long run for the right fielder. Can't get there. He was way off the line for a right-hand hitter. Good effort by Galva. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. So after the error, put the runner at first. 2 strikeouts. Jonah Cataretti. It's a base hit in the right field. The runner had a hold up, or it might have hit him in the leg. The throw gets away, but third baseman Zanillo backs it up. So Swampscott gets their first hit.
Right fielder number 8, Harry Rydell.
Shot by Cataretti into right field. Harry Riddell the right fielder. He flied out to right field. Fouled off the catcher. And you just heard me say, we don't have the drum. And walking right in front of us, going over behind the English dugout, is the drummer. So we are going to have the drum. So an error, 2 strikeouts and a hit, puts runners at first and second. They had first and second in the first inning with 2 outs. They get first and second here in the third inning with 2 outs. Looking to try and bunt. Riddell running up the first base line, obviously looking for a hit with 2 outs. And it's 2 strikes. Nice stop by Velasco to pitch way out to his right. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the corner. Struck out the side. And there's the drum. So Swampscott gets their first hit. An error. They had 2 more base runners. But Tavares strikes out the side. He's got 4 strikeouts in 3 innings. And for the 3rd time, English has a shot to get on the board first. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 for the Bulldogs. Crowd's starting to pick up a little bit for this nightcap of the Dougie Mullins tournament. St. Mary's won the first game over Classical in a shutout. Evan Cabral striking out 17 hitters and also getting assists on a bounce to the mound. He was involved in 18 of the 21 outs pitching the shutout, giving up 1 base hit, 2 base runners. So the winner of this will get St. Mary's, and they're breathing a sigh of relief because they won't have to face Evan Cabral.
Whoa! Whoa!
The loser of this will get Lynn Classical. So the winner gets to sleep a little later. They play at 4 tomorrow against St. Mary's. The loser has to come back at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
In the bottom of the 3rd, right fielder number 11, Gilmo Galva.
Gilmer Galva, the right fielder, leads it off, as he said, 7, 8, and 9. Hit to 3rd. It got away from the first baseman. The throw was wide. He looked like he was making the tag. He made contact with Galva, and the ball popped loose, so the error allows Galva to reach.
Designated hitter number 8, Jason Figueroa.
Even with the throw off the mound, the first baseman had the ball to make the tag, but he didn't hold on. It got knocked away by the runner. High for a ball. Jason Figueroa. Hitting for the pitcher, Manuel Tavares is the hitter. That one goes right through the wickets. The pass ball will move the runner to second. First English runner to make second base. It's there with nobody out. As they have I'm not sure what the other instrument is, but it's the drum, and they're banging on something, making a jingling noise. We wondered where they were. They showed up late. Hit to short. I'm not sure why the runner would go to third. The ball was hit right in front of him. He hesitated, then went. O'Brien makes the tag off the throw from Schroeder, the shortstop, and English runs himself into an out. That would have been a tough play at first base. Chris Figueroa Perez, the center fielder, is the hitter. Down and away for a ball. A big break for Swampscott. High for a ball. Short lead at first base. In for a strike. Top of the order. Jordy Contreras on deck. Down and away, 3-1. Figueroa asked for time and got it. Oh, I see Perez, Figueroa Perez. In for a strike, the count goes full. The payoff pitch. Hit in the right field. It's going to drop for a base hit. So that throw out at third base looms very big. English might be on the board now if the runner didn't try to go to third base. Jordy Contreras hit it well, but flied out to deep center field. So 2-1 with 1 out. Swampscott had 2-1 in the first and the third, but both times with 2 outs. English has 2-1 now with 1 out. In for a strike. Foul tip held on to by Correnti, the catcher. 0-2 the count. Oh, he knew it too. As soon as he took the pitch, he knew it. there's 2 outs.
The left fielder, number 1, Mateo Rodriguez.
Friedman has at least 1 strikeout in each of the first 3 innings. Mateo Rodriguez threw a walk and got thrown out trying to steal second base. Waves at the first pitch. So that runner trying to go from second to third on a ground ball to shortstop is a big play in this inning. English could very easily have been on the board with that base hit to right field. Down and away for a ball. Nice stop by the catcher Correnti on a pitch down and away. Top towards the English Swampscott dugout. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Friedman spins. There's nobody there at second to throw it, so he's just trying to keep the runner close. Figueroa was at second. He reached on an error. Perez at first, getting the base hit, pushing him over there. 2 outs. Hit back up in the seats. Yeah, we'll do it again at 2-2. Strike 3 called.
We have played 3 innings at Friendly Frazier. We are tied at 0.
Back-to-back strikeouts with 2 on. That play going from second to third on the ground to the shortstop may have cost English the lead because we played 3. Still nothing to choose between these 2 teams. Greater Boston League, Lynn English. Northeastern Conference, Swampscott, 0-0 at the end of 3. John Cuttle, the second baseman, will lead off the 4th inning. 6, 7, and 8 for Swampscott in a 0-0 tie here in the first of what we hope would be a long run of Doug Mullins tournaments. In for a strike. Cuttle grounded to third, his 1 trip. High for a ball. Up and away for a ball. Hit back foul up in the seats. Two the count. Waves at the pitch for strike 3.
The first baseman, number 19, Jason Buford.
5th strikeout for Tavares. Jason Buford struck out swinging. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Hit foul to the Swampscott dugout. The 0-2 pitch. Hit foul again. Right back to the mound. Everest almost threw it away. But he had to go up in the air and get that throw.
Designated hitter number 3, Aiden Weiss.
Aiden Wise, the DH, hitting for the pitcher Friedman. Walked his first time up. Wide for a ball. Down and away, 2-0. Hit in the air to center field. On his horse going back over the head of the center fielder. All the way back to the fence. In with a stand-up double. He slipped and fell over the bag. Wise gets a double. Hit that to the deepest part of the ballpark. Over the center fielder's head. So Swampscott has a runner in scoring position and going out to check on the hitter because he slipped when he went over second base, went up and landed on his back. Joe Caponegro out to check on his DH. So the last time Wise was up, he drew a 2-out walk. Now he gets a 2-out double. Swampscott's got another runner at second base. 3 of the 4 innings they've had runners at second base. Every time it's been with 2 outs. And we're going to get a pinch runner.
Pitch paradise running for Aiden Weiss. Now batting to left field with number 23, Will Roddy.
Will Roddy grounded out third to first this one trip. So Paradise will run at second base for Wise. We'll see if he re-enters or if he's just out. He went into second base standing up, stepped on the bag, slipped, wound up beyond the bag. I think his shoulders or his back was laying on second base. The rest of him was leaning out towards left field. We hope he's okay. In for a strike. Top of the order, Matt Schroeder on deck. Nice stop by Velasco on a pitch in the turf. It went off Velasco. Velasco took a little too long to go get it. So the pass ball moves the runner over to third. That brings a trip out to the mound. So Swampscott 90 feet away from breaking this 0-0 tie here in the top of the fourth inning. Sprinkle of a crowd here now. Good to see, but game of St. Mary's and Classical, huge crowd for that one. Two on the count now with the runner at third. Nice stop by Falaska. Hit in the air to center field, drifting back is Perez. He started in, went back over the shoulder, made the one-handed catch, running away from home plate. You wonder why coaches get gray hair. Roddy hit that a ton. And Chris Figueroa Perez made that interesting. So Swampscott again has a runner in scoring position, again with 2 outs. And again, this time they leave him at third. And for the 4th time, English has a chance to get on the board first. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Bulldogs as we start the bottom of the 4th inning. We're halfway through the ball game in this second game of the day in the inaugural brand new Dougie Mullins tournament. And again, you can't honor Dougie Mullins in a much better way than having a baseball tournament in his memory. He's looking down. He's got a big smile on his face. He would have loved this. All 4 teams had T-shirts in memory of the Mullins tournament with their individual colors. Swampscott in blue, St. Mary's in white, English in maroon, Classical in green.
Leading off for English in the bottom of the 4th. First baseman number 13, Adrian Bonilla. Good luck. My daughter-in-law's brother's the assistant, Mikey. Yeah.
Adrian Bonilla.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, thanks.
That bounces off the catcher's ankle, I think. Goes to the Swampscott dugout. Adrian Bonilla called out on strikes. The 1-1 pitch, high for a ball. Just seems strange on a Friday night that Manning Field is empty and the lights are off. But the seasons are over. In for a strike, evens the count at 2. It took a long time, but here asked for time and got it. Boy, you don't normally see a right fielder playing this close to the line for a right-hand hitter. Waves at the pitch for strike 3.
number 4, Brendan Velasca.
Freeman's got at least one strikeout in each of the 4 innings. He's got 6.
Did you say it was in here?
Down the way for a ball. Brendan Velasca got a base hit. He's got one of the 2 that English has. Hit foul. It's cooled off just enough to be a perfect night here at the ballpark. It was really hot in the first game. The sun was out bright, up in the 80s. And now it's comfortable. A little bit of a breeze. It's hit foul again. One, two, the count. Down and away. Even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hit fouls to the backstop. Velasca hanging around, making Freeman throw some pitches. Fouls it back again. He's wearing Freeman. This is a good at bat by Velasca, whatever he does. Didn't miss by much. He took a long look and held his breath, waiting to see if the umpire was going to say ball or strike. So the count goes full. That's a great at bat by Velasca. He's on for the second time. He just kept fouling pitches off. Fouling pitches off, fouling pitches off. Took a couple of really tough pitches that other hitters may have swung at. And he winds up with a base on balls. Henry Manzanilla was called out on strikes his one trip. Hit to the backstop. 0-1. Joe Caponigo, the head coach for Swampscott, has been around for a long time. He does a tremendous job. He did it in English. He's doing it at Swampscott. Esteban Paula has really settled in English, has brought the program up, doing a terrific job. And we mentioned before, kind of strange today because Esteban Paula plays for Joe Caponigo in the semi-pro league in Swampscott. Now they're coaching against each other in the Dougie Mullins tournament. And Esteban Paula took over for Dougie Mullins when he passed away. Drilled in the right field for a base hit. Mizzanillo goes the other way. And for the second inning in a row, English has first and second with one out.
Number 12, Joshua Jimenez.
Last time, the runner at second tried to go to third. When a ground ball to short and got thrown out. And Perez got a base hit after that. That might have scored the run. Down and in for a ball. Jimenez was called out on strikes. His one trip. Swung through it for strike one. Hit slowly to short. Bobbled. It winds up being thrown away. He'll reach on the error.
Right field, number 11, Gilmore Galva.
Gilman Galva reached on an error. He was the one that tried to go from second to third on the ground ball to short, got thrown out. So the first legitimate scoring opportunity for either team. Bases loaded, one out. Off the third baseman. Everybody safe.
Designated hitter number 8, Jason Figueroa.
Back-to-back errors. Jason Figueroa, he reached on an error in the third inning. Three errors, none bigger than the last two for Swampscott. The bases are still loaded with one out. English has a run in. Infield brought in. Hit to the backstop. With the infield in, the runners are able to get a huge jump off the bases. Hit foul to the backstop. 0-2 the count. To the DH, hitting for the pitcher, Tavares. Just got a piece and stays alive. Took a long look at that one. Tough pitch to take with two strikes. Just missed. Call third strike on the corner. That's a big out.
Center fielder number 6,
Chris Figueroa Perez, the center fielder, singles it. Hit out of play. English breaks the tie. Both teams had 2 hits coming into this inning. Now English gets a base hit to break the tie. They got 3. Swampscott's got 2. But errors are the difference. Swampscott backs up in the infield. Swing and a miss. Swampscott hoping to get out of this cheap with only giving up the 1 run. Jordy Contreras, the top of the order, on deck. Low for a ball. We've been taking a lot of time. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Carenti was out. As soon as he caught it, he was on his way to the dugout. So errors galore. Friedman gets 2 strikeouts to end it and get out of the jam that his infield put him in. But English grabs a run. We finally got a break. We finally get a score at the end of 4 innings. English 1. Swampscott, nothing. Top of the order for Swampscott as we start the 5th inning. 1-2-3. Matt Schroeder. Corner Carenti, Cam O'Brien. Schroeder's grounded to third, reached on an error. High and tight for a ball. So if you're Swampscott, you say we had to get a run anyway. Hi. And there's a ball clock. I told you that too. Come on. Hit the shot. Big hop for Contreras to Bonilla. Schroeder made that close. Corinthian catcher reached on error and was called out on strikes. And this is Cam O'Brien, the third baseman, flied to left and struck out swinging. I don't know who that was. They don't have a number 2 on their roster. I thought it was Cam O'Brien, listed as number 21. Excuse me, it was Correnti. Correnti, the catcher. He drew a walk. I was a bit confused because it says 2 outs on the scoreboard. So I thought Correnti was already up. So there's only 1 out with a runner at first base. High for a ball. This is Cam O'Brien, who hit it a long way to left field, was out and struck out swinging. Wide for a ball. Swing and a miss. Perfect throw by Falaska. They throw him out stealing. I think they missed the tag the first time. Throw was right on the money, but he overslid the bag. So the tying run is thrown out at second base. Perfect throw by Falaska's arm, like a laser beam. O'Brien fouls it off. The count goes 3-2. So a big play by Falaska. Nice tag by Contreras. That one goes to the backstop. That throw out is huge because we have back-to-back walks. But there's only 1 on with the throw out at second.
Go back to the center fielder, number 16, Jonah Carteret.
Jonah Carteret has walked and singled. Hit the shot. Contreras makes the play. Outstanding defense by Contreras. He went way to his right, had a spin, made a good strong throw to the second baseman Jimenez. He takes a hit away from Carteret.
5.5, English 1.
So the 2 walks, 1 is thrown out. Stealing, that was a big play. And the big defensive play by Contreras. So the 2 walks don't hurt. Thanks to the throw up by Falaska and the big defensive play by Contreras. We're going into the bottom of the fifth. English will have the top of the order up. And we mention again, the winner of this will play St. Mary's. The loser will play Classical. We had Classical playing St. Mary's in the first game today. St. Mary's shut them out. First time for St. Mary's playing Classical, I believe, going back to the Clancy tournament. There have been no tournaments, so they didn't play interleague. And if English holds on and wins this, they'll play St. Mary's. And they haven't played St. Mary's in a long time. So Yodi Contreras, Mateo Rodriguez, Eldrian Bonilla.
Shortstop number 2, Yodi Contreras.
Top of the order, starting the fifth inning. Friedman will start his fifth inning. He's only given up 3 hits, but 2 big infield errors cost him. English out hitting Swampscott 3-2. But the error is the difference. The one run unearned, although it was a walk, still unearned. Solid shot right to O'Brien. That was like, I got to defend myself and make this play. That was a rocket hit right at him. Shot hopped him, and he made a great play. Took a hit away from Contreras, maybe extra bases. The way they're playing with the left fielder way off the line, if that ball went by the third baseman, that's going to be at least a double, maybe a triple, because the left fielder is going to have to go a long way to chase it. That's a huge play by O'Brien. That's not bad for a quarterback. In for strike 2. Rodriguez is walking and thrown out stealing, and he was called out on strikes. High for a ball. This is wide. And the count evens at 2. Waved to that pitch that broke down and away.
The first baseman number 13, Eldrian Bonilla.
Nine strikeouts for Friedman. He's got at least one in every inning. He struck out the side in the fourth when he gave up the run, but again, the run was all errors. Eldrian Bonilla called on strikes, struck out swinging. Friedman's having trouble picking up the signs from Correnti. They're all talking about it now, and that gives Bonilla a chance to talk to Coach Paula, Esteban Paula. Esteban was one of the few coaches I've seen this year that there are some that have other coaches that go out and coach on the base pass. He's the only coach I know. He's usually in the third base dugout. He goes to the first base coach's box to coach from there. Long way away from his dugout. Whereas a little closer tonight because they're in the first base dugout. Wide for a ball. Reedman's taking an awful lot of time on the mound. Swings and misses. Here asks for time again and gets it. Down and away for a ball. And we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And everybody's stepping out again. Friedman had trouble again picking up the sign. Strike 3 called. So he gets 2 more strikeouts. A 1-2-3 inning. The first legitimate 1-2-3 inning by either pitcher. We've completed 5 here at Frazier in this second game of the initial Dougie Mullins tournament. English 1, Swampscott nothing. Middle of the order for Swampscott as we start the 6th inning. 4, 5, and 6. Oh, excuse me, 5, 6, and 7. Harry Riddell, fly to right, called out on strikes. Missing for a ball. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1. That one way over the head. That's a major league wild pitch. Over the head of Riddell to the backstop. In for a strike. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thought about it, held up, the pitch was high, and we go full. Chop fouled. Went about halfway down and kicked out. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Got warm-up action in the Swampscott bullpen. Chop to third. Nice pick at first base by Bernier and a nice job. Manzanillo didn't play the big hop. Played the off hop. Made a nice play. He threw Waddell out for the first out.
15, John Tuttle.
One up, one down. John Cuttle, the second baseman, is grounded to the third, struck out swinging. Way up and in. Cuttle just saw his life pass in front of him with that right up at his head. In for a strike. On the corner for a strike, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, got a piece. Just got a piece. So we'll do it again at 1-2. Strike three called on the corner.
First baseman number 19, Jason Buffard.
Jason Buffard, the first baseman, struck out, bounced to the pitcher. Tavares didn't get a strikeout in the first inning, but he's got at least one in every inning since. That's in for a strike. Quickly, 2 strikes. Hit foul off the left side. Count stays 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. 1-2-3 inning. The first for Tavares and English.
As we move into the bottom of the 6th, Lynn English 1, Swampscott 0.
So 1-0. Swampscott's down to the last 3 outs. The English 3 outs away from moving into their first ever Dougie Mullins final against St. Mary's. It would be an all-city battle, but it's a slim 1-0 lead. Swampscott still has a shot, and Swampscott will have 8, 9, and 1 in the 7th inning. English would like to get one or more here and make it a little bit easier on Tavares. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Brendan Velasca, Henry Manzanillo, Joshua Jimenez. Velasca's been perfect. He singled, walked, and he scored the 1 run. And it came around when Swampscott made back-to-back infield errors.
Leading off the Lynn English, the catcher, number 4, Brendan Velasca.
That was the inning, and Friedman struck out the side. He gave up the walk, but he struck out the side, but he also gave up the hit, and there were back-to-back errors that knocked the run in. So Velasca is 1 for 1 with the 1 run scored. And he's also thrown a runner out trying to steal second base, which was huge, because it was followed by another walk. Hit foul to the screen. Again, Friedman was set, stepped off. They checked with the base umpire, said no, he didn't swing. Swing and a miss. Hit in the hole, they're not going to get him. Don't even bother throwing. Velasquez on for the third time. 2 hits and a walk. Henry Manzanillo, he struck out the first time. Lined the single into right. His single to right, pushed Velasquez over to second, and Velasquez scored on back-to-back errors. And that's the difference in the game. In for a strike. High chop of the shot. They only have one play and they don't make it. He's safe. Little Baltimore chop. I'm dating myself. Baltimore chop to the shortstop. Manzanillo can run. He got down there quickly. They had no play at second. Looked to first. They had no play there either. And all of a sudden, it's first and second with nobody out. We got conferences all over the place. Conference on the mound with Swampscott. Conference with the coaches and the hitter for English. So 2 infield hits have put runners at first and second with nobody out. And the umpire coming out to try and shorten it up. And he'll Joe Cap will slowly go back to the dugout. Joshua Jimenez, he struck out. He reached on one of the errors. Those back-to-back errors that cost Swampscott the lead. Swampscott is shortened up at first and third, expecting a bunt. Friedman trying to keep the runner close at second base. Not bunting, swinging away, fouls it to the backstop. They still don't believe it. The first baseman and third baseman still playing in. Held up. Started to pull the trigger. The pitch was high. He held up. On the corner for a strike, 1-2. Solid shot to center field. They didn't tag up. I'm not sure why they didn't tag up. They could have easily gone to third. Jimenez hit that on the nose.
The right fielder, number 11, Guillermo Galva.
Cataretti tracked it down. And the runner, it wasn't like he went halfway thinking it was a hit. He only went 3 or 4 feet off the bag. He could have easily have tagged up. Hit foul back. Galva, the right fielder, reached on an error and reached on an error. The second error was the error that in the infield that brought the 1 run in. That's the difference in the game. Everybody got excited with that line shot from, not everybody, the English fans got excited. Swampscott fans held their breath. Cataretti was able to pick it off. Solid shot past third, foul. If Cataretti was playing a normal center field for a right-hand hitter, he wouldn't have been there to make that play. They overplayed to his right center field. They moved over now when that pulled by third base. They're still almost dead center. Chased that high pitch for strike 3. Eleven strikeouts for Friedman. Esteban Paulo wants to talk to his hitter, Jason Figueroa. He's reached on the fielder's choice. After the fielder's choice, he was called on strikes. Up and away for a ball. The fielder's choice that he reached first on was the ground ball, a shot that the runner tried to go to third on and was thrown out for the second out. And the next batter got a base hit that might have given English a lead at that time. Swing and a miss. In for a strike. One, two, the count. The runner takes off for third. The ball's hit foul. Alaska had third base stolen. One, two, the count on the DH hitting for the pitcher, Jason Figueroa. We'll do it again at 1 and 2. Hit to the backstop, foul. Looking to the top of the 7th, Swampscott will have 8, 9, and 1. Off the catch and not far enough for anybody to go anywhere. Yeah, we got deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called.
At the end of 6 complete, Lynn was 1, Swampscott nothing.
So we go into the 7th of this Dougie Mullins opening round game. English 1, Swampscott nothing.
Weiss.
Aiden Weiss has one of the 2 hits that Tavares has given up. He doubled with 2 outs, made it to third base on a pass ball, but got stranded there. He'll try to get something started for Swampscott. They need a run to stay alive. High for a ball. Tavares looking to go the route, starting the 7th inning. In for a strike, 1-1. He doesn't waste any time. He's throwing it when the catcher's throwing the ball back to him. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 called.
Left field number 23, Will Roddy.
Will Roddy has grounded to third, flied to center. That was that fly to center that Perez gave everybody gray hair on. Manzanillo with the rocket to first base. If that goes to the shortstop, it's a base hit.
Shortstop number 27, Matt Schroeder.
Matt Schroeder grounded out, reached on an error, grounded out. Everything he's hit has been to third base. Swamps get down to that last out. Wide for a ball, 2-0. In for a strike, 2-1. Two one the count. Way up and in. 3-1. Chase that pitch was way inside. We got a full count. The payoff pitch up and coming. Hit foul. Yeah, we got a quick. I think he was coming out to the mound. The ball wound up on the first base foul line. They were just chasing. Oh, that came from the bullpen. The payoff pitch. Hit foul back, and we'll do it again. Everybody on pins and needles. Swampscott fans rooting for get on base. English fans looking for an out. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. What an unbelievable job by Manuel Tavares. 9 strikeouts. He gave up 2 base hits. He walked 4. 1 was thrown out stealing. And an unbelievable, very difficult, tough loss for Swampscott. 1-0, and the 1 run scored on errors. Every time Swampscott threatened, there were 2 outs. They couldn't score. Tavares, unbelievable, with 9 strikeouts. On the other side, Friedman for Swampscott gave up the 1 run. It was unearned. Gave up 5 base hits. 2 of them were infield singles. The other was a pop-up that was circled by the shortstop and couldn't find it. It dropped in the outfield for a hit. Friedman struck out 12, walked only 2, but he got suing for non-support. The big errors by Swampscott, all the scoring, and it was only 1 run in the 4th inning after a strikeout. Velasco drew a walk. Manzanello drilled a single into right field. A grounder to short was booted, loading the bases. A grounder to third was booted. The run came home. Friedman struck out the next 2 batters to get out of the inning, but English had their 1 run, and Tavares made it stand up. Manzanello made some very nice plays at third base. Contreras at short. They didn't have to make a lot of plays. 9 strikeouts, only 2 base hits. Swampscott had 2-1 in the first with 2 out. They had a runner on the second with 2 out. 2 on in the third with 2 out. A runner at third with 2 out. They had 2 outs, 1 of them thrown out, trying to steal second with 2 outs. And then Tavares went to work and retired the last 7 in a row. 4 of them by strikeouts, and kept Swampscott off the board. And it will be English and St. Mary's in the first ever Dougie Mullins tournament final. It will be Swampscott and Classical in the consolation round as Manuel Tavares out-duels Pierce Friedman. Both pitches were unbelievable. Errors cost Swampscott as English gets the 1 run unearned, and that was the difference in the game. English wins it 1-0 to move on to the final. Swampscott will have to satisfy for the consolation. English will go to 13-6. Swampscott will drop to 12-7. 1-0 English on a tremendous pitching performance by Manuel Tavares. 9 strikeouts, 2 hits, 4 walks, 1 of them thrown out stealing. 1-0 English. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoppin saying we'll see you next time.